part 2 of our vanilla extract video. So in part 1, we went over how to make my mother jar of vanilla extract. And it's been a few weeks now at this point, and it's coming along really good. It's still not ready to use. It won't be ready to use till this summer because you need to wait at least 6 months to use this, but it is. It's getting darker and the vanilla is extracting into the vodka, looking really good. But I have some old vanilla beans from last time that I made vanilla extract. So I took the old vanilla beans out and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. Something that's really popular right now is vanilla sugars. So there is 2 different types of vanilla sugars. There is a baking type of vanilla sugar that's great for baking, and then there's also like an all-purpose sugar. So some of the vanilla sugars are really great to give as gifts. So you can put them in your coffee, you can use them in your baking, beautiful as gifts. This is one that I already made. I put it into jars. It's about 1 cup of sugar, and I have about 1.5 vanilla beans in here. But you can kind of put that into your liking. You can add up to 2 beans, or you can just add 1 bean, but I just half it and put 1.5 in here. Great to use. And it takes probably about a month to 2 months for that vanilla to actually infuse into your sugars. So you need to give it a shake. Make sure you date it so you know when you're ready to use it or gift it to somebody. So this makes it easy, simple gift to give to someone. So, like I said, there's 2 types of vanilla sugar that you can do. You have your baking and then you have your all-purpose. So today we're going to do the all-purpose. I'm going to tell you about the baking. We'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit, and then I'll show you how to make the all-purpose. So with the baking vanilla sugars that you're going to make, you will take still 1 cup of sugar to 1.5 to 2 beans. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to take your beans and grind them up. Both beans, grind them up, and you'll add them to your sugar. Still need to wait 2 months before you go ahead and use your sugar in your baking. But that will give you all the little purple black spots in it, and you can see the little vanilla beans all through your baking and stuff. Beautiful, tastes great. Gives that beautiful vanilla taste in there. Now, the baking sugar, the reason why there's an all-purpose and a baking is because the all-purpose, a lot of people like to use the sugars in their coffees and in their drinks. You do not want to use the baking sugar in your drinks because sugar dissolves in liquids. So it's going to dissolve in your coffee and in your teas. Your vanilla bean pod is not going to dissolve in your coffee and your teas along with your sugar. It's going to stay in little bitty black flakes. So in your coffee or your tea, you're going to have little floaters floating all over the top of it. The sugar will dissolve, the vanilla bean will not. So we're going to have little floaters all over the top of your coffee. And I mean, it doesn't hurt you. It tastes good. But I don't know, it just kind of grosses me out to see little black floating things in my coffee. I guess coffee is dark. Or your tea, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Like I said, it's good. You can eat it. It's not bad for you at all. It does not hurt you. Like I said, it looks great in baked items. But kind of grosses me out for coffee. So to alleviate that issue, we make an all-purpose sugar. And the way we fix that is we will leave our vanilla beans whole in our sugar. So we're not going to actually grind them all up and put them in the sugar. We'll leave them whole so all the oils and everything and the taste and the great flavor can infuse into the sugar. But when you go to scoop it out, you're not going to accidentally scoop in a whole vanilla bean into your coffee because you're just going to have a little spoon and scoop in there and you'll be scooping just the sugar. If you think there is a mistake to be had, you can always pull out the vanilla beans after the 2 months. I'd like to leave them in there though. I think they look pretty, I like it. And I don't make the mistake of scooping out a whole vanilla bean into my coffee. So let's get at it. I got these little pretty jars on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the comments where I got them, where I ordered the ones I ordered. So you can put 1 cup, so it looks like filled, of sugar in here, plus your vanilla beans. So We're gonna do one and a half beans per cup. You can go up to 2 beans per cup, but we're just doing 1 1/2. So here's my half a bean. I'm gonna put 1 in the bottom. And I got this handy dandy little funnel here I love, so I don't get too much sugar all over the place. But I tell you what, when I am cooking, I seem to get flour and sugar everywhere. I try not to. I try to be as careful as possible, but it happens. I don't know. To be a little less messy, I guess. But here's my jar, and here's my sugar. So this scoop that I'm using is a 1/2 cup. And I'm going to pour it in on top of my vanilla bean. So that is just a 1/2 vanilla bean I have in there so far. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm kind of layering them. So I'm putting another 1/2 in the middle. And then we'll put our other 1/2 in here too. We crisscross them. All right. And so our second 1/2 cup of sugar is going in. Here we go. And this is where it gets tricky because your funnel is not going to want to go all the way down. You got to hold it up a little to get all that sugar in there. I did it with making too much of a mess. There we go. That's what it looks like. You take your lid, you put your lid on there, give it a shake. Like I said, set it aside for 2 months. Give it a shake every once in a while so those oils, the vanilla bean and all the yumminess can infuse into your sugar, and that it's perfect for your coffees, for your iced teas, all that good stuff. Like I said, this is your all-purpose sugar. There is baking sugar you can do too, but today we just did the all-purpose sugar, and we will be selling this at farmers markets, and you can come pick it up at the house also. So it's easy to make, but it's a great gift too. Yeah. I was gonna say, make sure your vanilla beans are not washed. It's a mistake. A lot of people will buy the vanilla beans and then they'll get them home and wash them before they use them. Don't. They have so many good oils all over the outside of them. And that's all for today. And I'm glad I could share with you my vanilla sugar. And we'll be posting a new video here soon. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you definitely can see our videos. I think our next one is going to be on microgreens, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for listening.